Wow. All right. So here we are going to talk about how to use business maths to work for a school. So here we are going to use two softwares or tools. First, we are going to use Google spreadsheet to do the business maths or the business calculation for the school. Then we'll now use the second app or tool, which is Canvas. So both Google and Canvas, they are cloud based. All you need to do is to sign up and log in and start doing your stuff. So here now, we are going to work for a school. This school sells a school uniform. They sell school sports wear for their students. They sell polo. They sell school sweater or cardigan. So, and they also have a particular textbook they sell to their students. And this particular school, they have primary 1 to 6. You understand? So whatever they are going to produce, they are going to produce for primary 1, primary 2, because they are different classes. So they are going to produce different sizes or books for them, because the educational material someone in primary 1 is consuming is different from the educational material someone in primary 2 is consuming. The same thing is applicable to someone in primary 1. They cannot wear the same size because they are not of the same age. Primary 1 is younger than primary 2, primary 2 is younger than 3, and so forth and so on until you get to your primary 6. So the school sells school uniform, sportswear, sweater. These are the products the school sells: sweater, polo, and textbook for all the children in each class. So in each class, that is where we have this total number of items. Total number of items will be equal to the total number of students. So if you are producing school uniform for primary 1, each class they have 50. Like each class has 50 students inside. So you are going to produce 50 items. If you are going to add extra, fine, but let's work with 50. All right. So this is the product the school sell to their students. Okay. So the buying cost. What is the buying cost? Let's say the all the school wears, they gave it to one textile company to produce. So this textile company, after this they give it to one textile company to produce. So let us start. Primary 1, their money will usually be lesser than those in primary 2. Okay, let's say the school uniform now, they charge them, let's say for primary 1 they charge them 1,005. Okay, let's say 1,200. Then the one in primary 2, they charge them 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. Let's just put it that way, random data. But when you are working for the school, they will give you the actual amount the company charge them for you to work with. All right. Then primary 5, let's say they charge them 1,600, then 1,700. Then their sportswear, let's say they charge them 1,200, the same amount. 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, then 1,700 again. All right. So their sweater, let's say they charge primary 1 1,300, 1,400 for primary 2, 1,500 primary 3, 1,600 for primary 4, 1,700 for primary 5, 1,800 for primary 6. All right. So let's say their polo, primary 1 is 800, primary 2 is 900, primary 3 is 1,000, primary 4 is 1,1. Let's just put it that way randomly. Primary 5 is 1,2, primary 6 is 1,300. Then when it comes to their textbooks, let's say primary 1 is 1,500. This is done every term per term. Then 1,600 for 2, 1,700, 1,800, 1,900, and 2,000 for primary 6. All right. Oh, I did 200. Oh, 2,000 for primary 6. Yeah, that's all right. So these are the amount of money the school is charging per product. Okay, let's say this company now, the textile company, they are done producing the school uniform, the all the school wears for all these amounts written here. But the school will pay for shipping, or what we call weighbill here in Nigeria. Let's say they charge them um 10,000 naira to bring all the materials um to the school. All right, then the company that's the publishers, the publishing company, book is heavier, charge them 30,000 for logistics, you understand, to bring the wares to the school. All right, then the textile company, they will do the artwork for them, like the school logo and other information, the school name. They will do the artwork that they will put on the school uniform, the school sweater each. Let's say for the four products they are supplying, they charge them 5,000 naira each to do the artwork. Or let's say they charge them 2,500 each. So 2,500 into 4, that's 10,000, right? Let's say the artwork, they charge them 10,000 each. All right, so the publishing company too charge them, let's say 15,000 for the artwork of all the products. Then you, because they have to include your own cost, because you are doing the business for them, so they are not going to manufacture your salary. It is still these materials that they are selling that you are doing the calculation, the getting their inventory, that they will pay you. Let's say you agree that every time they will give you 50,000 naira to do this job for them. You just write, put 50,000 naira here. All right, so this is your labor. 1 2 3 4. Yeah, so this is your labor. All right, this is your labor, so they are going to add your labor here. So if there's any other expenses, they can also add, but let's work with this. So after this, now we are going to share this money, this buying cost, the cost it took them to bring all these materials. We are going to share them among each of these. So the one with the highest will get the highest allocation, while the one with the lowest will get the lowest allocation. So how do we do it? First and foremost, we have to sum up all this. So when we sum all the buying costs, we get how much? We have 115,000 naira. Let's mark it yellow. Yeah, so now we are going to cost the total. Now we have not gotten total of this is the amount it costs them. So what is the product cost now? Total product cost. Now remember that each class has 50 students, so we'll start with equal to. Whenever you are doing your calculation, we are not going to use calculator to waste our time. We are just going to do all the calculation inside this our Google spreadsheet. So we'll just do equal to. So immediately we do equal to. All right, then we do this one, multiply by the total number of students in each class, which is 50. You see, it calculated it automatically. It didn't allow us to start doing one after the other, one after the other. You see, so we are going to now know how much it cost the school to get the material. So we have to sum it up now. We have to sum it up now. So this is how much it costs the school. It costs the school 2,175,000 naira for the product, but that is not the real cost. You understand me? That is not the real cost. All right, so now we are going to share the buying cost among the real cost. All right, so we'll now do equal to. The formula is this: the first product cost divided by the total amount of the product, or total cost of the product, then multiply by total amount of the buying cost. All right, so when you do it, you press equal to. but this is so long, we are not going to be doing it. You see, the first product, it cost them 3,172 naira 41 kobo to move it to the school. One for one class, one school uniform for each class, it cost them 3,172 to bring 50 school uniform for primary one, for example. So we are not going to do it after the other. So the only constant there is D2, which is the buying cost. So for the product cost and share of buying cost, so we have to, this is a standard formula. You just put dollar sign at the back. You know how to get dollar sign from your laptop. You hold your shift key, depending on the type of laptop you are using. You hold your shift key. You can also use Google to get all these formulas. It's not hard. You use your shift key, then press dollar sign, then take your mouse to A7, go to the back of A, hold your shift key, press the dollar sign, go back to front of your A7. In front of A, you hold your shift key and press the dollar sign, which is number 4. Then you click enter in your laptop. It does the calculation for us, you see. So we are going to sum this up. So if we don't get the amount we got from the buying cost, that means there is an error somewhere. So you just click on the sum. You see, you have 115,000 naira. You have 115,000, which is also what we got here, right? This is also what we got here, so we are correct here. So you see how simple it is. Now you are going to get the real amount of money it costs the school to buy all these school materials they are going to sell to their students. So you still do equal to, that's the real cost. All right, so you now do share of buying cost, add it to, that is plus the product cost. You see, you press equal to, it calculates for you automatically. You don't have to stress yourself. So let's so now it didn't cost the school. Let's see how much now the real cost of those school materials. Now we have to sum them up. We drag down, you see, we drag down, then we sum. So the total it cost the school is 2,290,000 naira. That is the total money it cost the school to buy all the materials, and also to pay you, who is their data entry personnel. All right, so now the school will have to make their own profit. They are going to make profit from each of the products and the expenses. This is where this comes in. They can decide to use 10% to sell. They can decide to use 5% to sell. They can decide to use 20, 100%, 200% to sell. It depends on the level of the school. All right, but here, let's say they are going to use 40%. It's not difficult. You click on your equal to sign, then click on this, click on the first data there, multiply it. Your multiplication is the 8th key. The 8th key, you hold shift and press the 8th key, that's the multiplication sign, depending on the laptop you are using. Then 40%, you wrote 40, hold your shift key, percent is on the alphabet 5, you click, it calculates for you totally. Okay, let's see the profit the school makes. Let's see their profits. Okay, their profit is already here. It has summed it for us here. All right, okay, let's see the profit here. We are going to sum it total. Let's see the profit the school is going to make from here. We sum it up. So the school, if they use 40% to sell, If the school uses 40% to sell, I think we need to use green because it's a profit. I love to use green for my profit. So because the school used 40% to sell, they are going to get 916,000 naira profits out of the 2,290,000 naira. So this is a quick money for the school. The owner of the school can decide to work the money alone. They will comfortably pay you, sell to their students, and make their money. So these are the things you need to show the school while bidding for this contract. All right. So let us get the selling price now. The selling price now, which is equal to, so how to calculate the selling price now? You do equal to the real cost, all right, plus the profit. Real cost plus the profit. You click enter. You see, it sums it. That's one beautiful thing about using Excel to do your calculation. It sums everything. You don't have to suffer yourself. So this is the total amount of money they are going to make at the end of their sales. This is total. Let's sum it for them. So they are going to get total of 3,206,000 naira. All right. The school is going to get 3,206,000 naira. Okay. So now, how much would the school now sell to the students? How much is the school? This is how much they are going to sell. But you cannot just sell this way. You have to determine how much the school will charge each student per each book, each school uniform, each cardigan or sweater, each polo, each sportswear. All right. Remember that they are 50 in a class. Each class has 50 students. So price per one. How do we determine how much we are going to sell? Each book, each uniform, and all of that. You still do equal to, this one is 50. Then you divided it, the selling price, you divided it by the total number of the students, which is 50. You see, it calculated it for them total. You see, it calculated it for them. It has calculated it. You see, don't worry, this is not part of the data for now. So it has calculated it. So they are going to sell to primary one students. Each of them will buy their school uniform 1,768 naira 83 kobo, and so forth and so on. Then no, you cannot charge the students 1,768 naira 83 kobo. There is another thing you can do to round up the number. So when you say, because if you say 83 kobo, they'll be like, where are they going to get 83 kobo? Some of them may not even pay you that. So that's what we call rounding up number. That's what we call rounding up number. Okay, let's say to 10. Let's round up to 10. Some round up to 100. Okay, let's round up to 100, not to 10. You can round up to 10. You can round up to 100. But let's round up to 100. After all, this is a school. It's not like the market, the business you sell in your shop and everything. So the parents will not protest as much. So rounding up number. Now, there is a formula for it. Just pay attention. You can Google it, but let's not waste our time going to do the Googling or anything. So you just do equal to. Once you do equal to, you do equal to. Okay, sorry, this rounding up number is not correct. Rounding up, instead of u, I use m. Okay, so you do then you write ceiling. Once you type ceiling from your this thing, it shows. So this is the one, rounding up to nearest multiple of a factor. Like I said, you can round up to 10, you can round up to 100, you can round up to 20, you can anyone you can round up to. So we click on the price per one, the first one, then we do comma, then we write 100, then close the bracket, then we place enter. You see, so now each student will pay, this one will pay 1,008 instead of 1,700 and something. This one will pay 2,000 instead of paying 1,900 and something. You understand me? So this is it. So as you can see, this is the total. This is how you do your business mathematics. Take your time, watch the video and over again. You will understand what I'm talking about. So after here, what do we do next? We switch to canvas. All right, we switch to Canvas, but I will end it here and start Canvas so the video won't be too long for you. All right, thank you.